people tell me I'm too lenient, and I'm a defense judge, and I try to be fair to everybody that comes through here. And you still haven't showed up, and it's been over a year, and now you want me to have some sympathy for you and to resolve the matters. I have no sympathy for you at all. No, the laws just don't apply to him.
At this point, I feel like it's taken up too much of my time. I think you have a duty to recuse yourself from any of my cases. Your Honor, I only have a federal claim against you as a means to try to keep myself out of jail. My name is All Rights Reserved. All rights reserved.
This sovereign citizen just learned the hard way that you can't keep dodging court for over a year without consequences. Seriously, how out of touch do you have to be to ignore a bench warrant, rack up 30 days for contempt, and still think you're somehow winning? This particular individual is actually a well-known figure in sovereign citizen circles. He's been refusing to appear in court, acting like the law doesn't apply to him, and then looks completely shocked when the judge isn't having it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this guy. Now, let's jump into the courtroom and watch as Judge Perkins absolutely humbles him. Things get real heated, so let's get into it.
Yeah, I'm here on behalf of the defendant, Jamil Lockhart, and here making a special appearance.
All right. Well, you got to make your special appearance to the Wayne County Jail. I told you that the last time.
Yeah, so I filed a notice of removal for all of these cases because I don't believe that this court is capable of acting in an unbiased way. But I mean, there's been no response from the city, but to this point. I mean, just the last court date we had, perjury was committed. I mean, you guys put on the record that I failed to appear, and I spoke to you.
You did fail to show up to the Wayne County Jail. You were ordered to do 30 days in the Wayne County Jail. You haven't showed up. You still haven't showed up. So you're still disobeying. No, let's not do this. This is how it started the last time. You're still disobeying the court's order, and you have to do 30 days. You have to present yourself to the Wayne County Jail. You have a warrant out for your arrest. And before we go over this other stuff, you got to go. You have to go to the Wayne County Jail. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I said what
I can increase the time if you can take to not be compliant.
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting the proceedings. May I have a breakout room with this litigant, please, and thank you.
I don't know if he wants to speak to a lawyer, but he can if he needs to. He has that right to do so. You want to speak to the lawyer, Mr. Lockhart, or no?
Yeah, sure.
Miss Harris, what's going to go with Mr. Lockhart? So I don't know why he's still sitting here.
Well, Your Honor, if the court will allow, we would like to attempt resolution of the matters that are on the docket. So I would ask if the court could stay the contempt proceedings and allow him to handle these matters.
No. It's been well over a year. No, he's gonna have to go turn himself in, and we'll deal with it that way.
Your Honor, if the court could, just in the interest of justice and judicial economy, if he could resolve these matters, if he's still gonna have to do the 30 days in Wayne County Jail, if at time of sentencing, it could all be wrapped up together, just to not further delay his constitutional right to speedy trial.
He's delayed his rights.
I've covered this guy before, and like Judge Perkins just pointed out, he's been dodging that arrest warrant for over a year, almost like he's training for the procrastination Olympics. It's as if he truly believes that if he waits long enough, the court will just forget the whole thing and move on. But that's not how any of this works. The longer he stalls, the worse it gets for him. And honestly, at this point, it's almost impressive how dedicated he is to his own downfall. Now he's suddenly trying to have a conversation with the attorney, as if that's going to magically change the outcome. Let's be real. It just feels like a last-ditch effort to stall even more. He's not making any real legal arguments. He's just running out the clock like it's the 4th quarter and he's out of plays. I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if he asked for a recess so he could do more research on Facebook. Judge Perkins deserves a medal for patience, because if it were me, I'd have slammed that contempt button like it was a game show buzzer.
And I do have a resolution, Your Honor.
No, I don't want to, I'm not even going to entertain it. We're that ship has sailed. We tried to give him that opportunity a long time ago. He kept being contemptuous in the court. He comes with these far out legal theories that he has that I quite frankly, don't know where he's coming from on that. No, I'm not gonna even entertain that with him.
And Your Honor, I completely understand the court's position. I completely understand if he still has to do the 30 days Wayne County Jail, but I think that he was potentially misguided, did not understand the finer point, behavior, and procedure. So now that he has the assistance of counsel, which I'm not saying that he didn't have the assistance of counsel before, if the court would allow him.
We offered him counsel then. He denied the counsel. Go back and look at the video. It's got over 270-some thousand views on it. And I told him that 30 days will give him an opportunity to read up on the law and so he can make it and understand how this process goes. So go ahead to the Wayne County Jail. You can take some, they probably have some legal books there, and we'll hear these matters when you come out, sir.
Your Honor, is any of this on the record or no? Or did we not? Okay.
No, it's not on the record because I didn't call the cases. I'm going to continue on. That appears to be Charles Gardner.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your Honor, am I allowed to go back in the breakout room to explain that to Mr. Lockhart? Because he seems to have had a change of heart if the court would allow him to at least.
Maybe he can go turn himself in and you can file an appeal, file something to get him heard before the court, and they can zoom in from the Wayne County Jail and we'll resolve it that way. But until he turns himself in, he's got a warrant out for his arrest. He's had this warrant out for I don't know how long. I can look back into the record, but and he's never presented himself. So he was contemptuous then. He continues to not follow or obey the court's orders. So he has to go do the time, or hire himself a lawyer to get it back in front of the court. But until we get the first matter resolved that we had, we're not going to get into the other matters.
But contempt proceedings arise out of these. His appearance in court. So he's still not allowed to just resolve these before he commits himself to the Wayne County Jail?
No.
Okay, Mr. Lockhart, join the breakout room.
No offense to this public defender, she's just doing her job, but she's really pushing it right now. I fully understand that everyone has the right to a defense, and she's got to uphold her professional duty, but trying to help this guy is like debating a flat earther. You're not getting anywhere. Let me know in the comments if I'm being too harsh, because I know some of you will call me out. But let's be honest. If this guy had actually changed his ways, he would have turned himself in by now instead of dragging this out like it's some kind of courtroom drama. These sovereign citizens seriously boil my blood. They act like laws are just suggestions, and then play the victim the second consequences show up. Honestly, and tell me what you think, I really believe we might need some new laws just to deal with this kind of nonsense, like a learned law on Facebook penalty. Or maybe even a sovereign citizen penalty box where they get jail time, and a crash course on how the legal system actually works. But what do you think? Should the system come down harder on these people, or is there a better way to handle them? Let me know in the comments.
And that'll conclude it. I still see Mr. Lockhart here, I don't know what else to do, what else you can do for him, Mrs. Harris.
So, Your Honor,
She continues to disobey the court order, just continues to do so.
And Your Honor, I dare not say, I don't know. I don't think that it's an intentional. Oh, I can't
It's
say
not
that.
intentional. Wait a minute.
I don't
So
think,
he's
I'm
not-
gonna take that back. I'm gonna take that back. I think he has good intentions. I think he now has a better understanding of everything that is taking place.
I don't think so, because he came in here talking about he's appearing on behalf of the person Jameer Lockhart. So I think he's on the same path as he was that got him into this situation.
And Your Honor, we've had that discussion at length in the breakout room. He understands what it would take to resolve his matters. He understands how he has to represent himself in court. And so I think he's in a position that he wants to resolve these matters. We've had the discussion. We asked for leniency and mercy from the court. I understand if the condition is that he still has to do 30 days in the Wayne County Jail, although we would ask if the court would reconsider that sentence now that he has taken the time to actually listen to advice of counsel and be made fully aware of how he should present himself in court. I know that it's his intention to resolve these matters without any further court appearances or draining any further resources or delaying the process anymore. And I know that the court doesn't want to delay the process any further. I understand his behavior is what put us in this position as of right now, but we're just hoping to resolve today if the court will allow.
I'm not moved. I gave him ample, this is a 27 plus, maybe 30 plus minute video. I gave him ample opportunity. You know, and I'm not moved.
I mean, Your Honor, in that video, I did apologize to you for, I guess.
You apologize after you got the 30 days. I'm not moved.
I apologize after the offense was, I don't know what else I would apologize.
And you still haven't showed up, and it's been over a year, and now you want me to have some sympathy for you and to resolve the matters. I have no sympathy for you at all.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to discuss. We tried to give you a fair opportunity to be heard. You keep spewing these legal theories that I've never heard of before, and I've given you an opportunity at that date to speak with the lawyer. You refuse that. You refuse all the opportunities I've given you. And you came in here another time a couple of months ago, and I told you we weren't going to hear it then. You got to go report to the Wayne County Jail.
Mm-hmm.
So you've had ample opportunity.
You'd have me go to jail.
So on behalf of Jameer Lockhart, I do understand that, and I know the court he may hear this often, but he does have a family that he supports. It would be a great hardship on his family, his resources, and his sense of economy in terms of his job if he would have to submit himself to 30 days in the Wayne County Jail. I understand that the court is not inclined to change that.
I didn't just give him the 30 days on the, he should have thought about that when I was asking him. I let him speak when I was asking him to not try to overtalk the court. Let me give him an opportunity to speak. He continued to disobey that. He should have thought about that then. There's a whole lot of people up in the penitentiary that have families that they take care of, and he's not going to the penitentiary. It's just county jail.
Judge Perkins is absolutely hitting the nail on the head here, and honestly, this guy's argument has completely run out of steam. It's all smoke and no substance. Just last hearing, he was shouting over the judge like it was open mic night, and now suddenly he's trying to rebrand himself as a devoted family man? Come on! You don't go from courtroom chaos gremlin to father of the year overnight. He claims he's out here taking care of his family, but based on how he's been acting, They might be better off with literally anyone else handling things. Unless, of course, the whole family is running on the same sovereign citizen logic, then it's less of a loving household and more of a fringe Facebook group with shared groceries. Either way, Judge Perkins isn't buying it. And honestly, neither. Are we